Hey guys, and welcome back. This is Cool Kid K coming at you with another video, and today is a very special day because we are fully transitioning away from this auto chess channel because the short answer, and I will be making a video about this. I don't know who wants to see it, but doesn't matter. Auto chess just become very toxic, and I do not feel like putting up with stupid people. As I hope that this channel can really lay down for you. I want to bring you guys some very trending topics, and I want to, put my 2 cents in on them, like I did with the ice cream licking and the chlorine spitting by, I still don't know the proper pronouns, but hopefully we learn that pretty soon, because we're going to be diving into some pretty weird stuff. So today is actually going to be we'll call it Friday Frenzy for now. If you have a better name, leave that in the comment section below. Also, if you have any other games that you'd like me to play on mobile for the time being, let me know that in the comments down below as well, and I will do my best to get some, halfway decent recordings for you, just so that we don't get stuck on Auto Chess Mobile. I was actually thinking about playing maybe some Hearthstone or something. And putting some of that in there, but we'll see. So we're calling this Friday Frenzy because we have 3 videos today, or not videos, but 3 stories for you today. And the first one is actually, I'm just gonna throw up some pictures here. We're not gonna talk too much, so I'm gonna throw up about 4 or 5 pictures and pause the video, do whatever you need to do, clear your mind, take a walk, take your dog for a walk, try not to kill yourself, and I'll be right back with you, okay? And we're back. I had to literally pry my finger off the trigger, and I had to put my 4-5 down for just a second. And we will get into that story here in just a second, but I just have a quick question for you. How is that any different than this? I know it's hard, guys, but put the cyanide pills down. I had to put the safety back on my Mossberg so that I don't blow my brains out making this video. So the majority of the story is that it's just cute to put these poor chickens in tutus, just for the amusement of us very selfish humans. And to me, it's a little bit disgusting, borderline disturbing. I'd say borderline psychotic as well. You're just crazy if you're putting your chickens in tutus because it makes them look cute. It doesn't even make any sense if we're being honest here. But that's not even the worst part, because in the article it doesn't actually go into anything else besides it makes the chickens look cute. And I'm putting that in quotation marks. I know you can't see me. I promise I'm putting that in quotation marks because I don't think that they're cute. Just my opinion. But what struck me as odd in the entire article was actually at the end of it, and I'm going to link this down in the description so that you know I'm not a liar. It actually references the fact that chickens are the closest ancestors to T-Rexes. And that's in the article. And that's something that's trending. What is wrong with people? But I just wanted to start that out a little bit lighthearted. That's not as triggering as these next couple of stories are going to be. So without further ado, let's jump right into those. Okay guys, our next story comes from Toy Story 4 and how a conservative Christian group wants the entire movie banned because of, as I understand, it's a 1-second clip that depicts, I guess, 2 moms picking up a child and it's a background scene even. I'm going to throw up a picture right here. Alright guys, so I picked a picture that has it circled, this atrocity, this horrible atrocity, and I made the picture just a hair bigger so that we can get the max triggering on this picture. And you know, I can't do it. I really cannot do it, excuse me. But I cannot do it. I want to make something funny about it, but I really can't help but get upset about how we as a society have nothing better to talk about or do than try and get a beloved children's franchise, something that I grew up on. I'm sure that you watching this video, at least some of you, grew up on the Toy Story franchise as well, in Pixar. Like, I loved it. Monsters Inc., Disney. I loved, you know, everything about them. Wall-E. I grew up on that. And you know, I'm a 58-year-old man, okay? Don't ask any questions. I know I sound young, but I need my cane to walk around and say, I'm just kidding. Anyways, I'm sure that you grew up on Toy Story and Pixar movies and Disney and stuff like that. And I'm sure that most of these moms in the Million Mom March did as well, because as we all know, with our generation, people love to get pregnant at 14 and 15 years old and think that it's cool. And you know, they're going to get a bunch of likes on social media and Facebook and all this other garbage and just think that it's funny. So I'm sure that half of that Million Mom March are probably like 18 or 19 years old. Crap. 15-year-olds, I would even say, that have their mom telling them what they need to be mad about. Let's be honest here for just a second. I can't help but sigh. Like, this is ridiculous. But guys, let's jump into this last video. Alright guys, and we are back with our third and final story for the evening or morning or afternoon or whatever you decide to take in your YouTube needs. And I just wanted to preface this last story, or article rather, with, you know how to pick them, right? You've heard that before. You know how to pick them. Your mother, your brother, your aunt, your uncle, your platypus, whatever told you, you know how to pick them at some point in your life. Unless you're one of the lucky few that met your, I guess, soulmate is what some people would say they are. Or the person that you are in love with and you ended up marrying, or whatever the case. But I'm sure that a majority of people have heard, you know how to pick them. And, you know, I preface that with this article because it has to deal with Subway. And as we know, Subway just knows how to pick their spokespeople. Because Jared, as we know, ended up being a pedophile. And it did not work out too well with Subway finding that out. So I just like to preface the story with that because, you know, Subway just knows how to pick them. They actually were going to have Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know why I can't pronounce his last name right now. Jeffrey Epstein was supposed to be the new spokesperson for Subway, and they had millions of dollars in ads and all this other crazy stuff going on to be able to promote Subway in a positive fashion, we could say. And we're just gonna jump right into this next story. Let me throw a couple of pictures up of Jeffrey Epstein. I honestly, I don't know why I can't pronounce it. Jeffrey Epstein. We're gonna throw a couple of pictures up there so that you know who I'm talking about. And we'll go ahead and get back into this after you guys see who I am talking about. Alright guys, that is Jeffrey Epstein. I still can't pronounce his last name, but Epstein. Here you go. Jeffrey Epstein. He is an American financier, and he is, I guess, very well known in the States as a financier. And, you know, Subway just knows how to pick them, right? You know, they had this issue with Jared being a pedophile for a while now. And they just, went ahead and went for Jeffrey Epstein, which, if you didn't know, which I'd hope that, at least some of you didn't know, that he was actually convicted in 2008 as a sex offender from, girls as young as 14. He was soliciting prostitution from them, which is, disgusting, first of all. Just to get that out of the way, that's absolutely embarrassing and disgusting. I don't know how you could solicit prostitution from a 14-year-old. And this man is, I think, 63, if I read it correctly. This man is almost, in his late 60s, which in 2008, that puts him in his 50s. And he's out here having sex with 14-year-old girls. Like, first of all, what are you doing with your life? Like, if we're just being honest, like, what are you doing with your life? Why would you be having sex with 14-year-old girls as a 50-year-old man? I honestly prefer older women, but that's just me. Anyways, Subway spent millions of dollars to make him the new face of Subway. And yeah, that kind of backfired on them just a little bit. In 2018, I guess he brought some very young girls to his Miami mansion and started now sex trafficking with them as well. So not only is he a sex offender in Florida, now he is also he's trafficking sex from these women as well. And they're not women, I should say. They are girls. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 even year old girls, I guess 18 is okay because they are technically adults, but that's still disgusting, especially if you're in your 60s. Just my opinion. You're not Hugh Hefner, so get over it. But Subway just really knows how to pick them, right? They go from Jared to Jeffrey Epstein, who they already knew was a sex offender in Florida, which just shocks me as, like, how can you go along with something like that? Just my opinion. So they really know how to pick them. They should have had better parents. Subway needs to have someone telling them who they should be listening to and who they should be marketing as the new face of Subway. Probably me. Just being honest. Like, I've never had a sex offender charge. I've never had, any charges for that matter. But that's just me. And, I want to go ahead and end the video on that. Subway just knows how to pick them. And, yeah, I think that the world is coming to be a very, very horrible place. We just don't know how to do a lot of things. Society is falling apart. Apparently, we need to start shipping people off to Mars. I definitely think that Jeffrey Epstein should be one of those first people that Elon Musk picks to go to the Mars project, and hopefully he just, dies there. I don't want to sound mean, and I don't want to sound like a horrible person, but I think that that is nothing less for a sex offender and someone who is taking advantage of 14 and 15-year-old girls. But that's just my opinion. So, as you guys already know, you are the best part of this channel. I love you to death. Thank you guys so much for all the views on my channel trailer. I'm probably going to update that here pretty soon so that it better represents what we're going for on this channel. And I hope you guys are liking the transition. I really like to talk about this stuff, and I like to, go in depth on some of the things and kind of get like my moral standpoint on a lot of these things, as I don't think that they're right personally. And I hope that you guys don't think that they're right either. But I'll have the next video out on Wednesday. Let's go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. Share it with your mother, brother, platypus, uncle, aunt, cats, dogs, whatever you need to do. Let's go ahead and, grow this channel out, and let's get some more views, and let's get some more subscribers, and we'll be in a good spot. So I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, like, comment, subscribe. I know I already said that, but I'm going to keep hounding it until everybody is a subscriber on the planet Earth. And we'll leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for the views, and I love you. Peace out. I'll talk to y'all on Wednesday.